Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Transistor.
Oh dear.
Say hello to the spine of the world. Or just the spine, I suppose. So, what's going to happen with you, friend? Not much by the looks of it. This thing doesn't seem to care much for being backstabbed or any other means of dealing it damage. Let's go ahead and give this a shot, though. Ha-ha! That thing hates us. Very much so.
Losing you.
Whatever's going on, it's causing more damage to Transistor than it was already. The spine will not retreat when confronted at sufficient altitudes. So, looks like we have to kill it. Get cells, get cells! Wasn't fast enough to get into turns to save the rest. Bounce you. It's not exactly the most efficient movement I could make, is it? It's too fast. The spine. Crush attempts, 17. Let's leave the spine, shall we? Gotta move before those disappear on me. Some of the cells are spawning. That's no good. Actually, I could probably just hit you from here and then go this direction and wait for the cells to spawn. Owie. That hurt a lot. Alright, get over here to grab this cell. Hit you. It is quite upset at everything going on here. Very upset. Why would it be protected on one of those? I actually don't know. Oh well. Yeah, it's definitely protected. That's very strange. Well, I'm hurting it. We at least know that much. Alright, grab the cells, grab the cells. Actually, it occurs to me that's probably a terrible idea. All they've spawned is into enemies that one bounce can take out almost all of them. So... it won't cause crash. Sometimes. I don't actually know what triggers crash to work then. Oh. Well, that's a bad sign. I don't want to hit that, though, thank you. I want that, because it only has one hit left. I don't wanna. It scares me. Okay, I guess we have to go inside. Texture, soft and greasy. she did say she would break its heart.
Thanks. For whatever you did back there. Among other things. No way. Know where we are? We're here. This should lead up to the concourse. They're letting us walk right in. Looks like you got a message there.
New private message.
Greetings from the Camerata.
From Asher Kendrell. Welcome Red.
It's really you. Come all this way. I never had a chance to introduce myself. I'm Asher. But you've come for Grant. Good. I'd let you up, it's just... we're stuck. Walled ourselves in. Precautionary measure. So they won't be joining us here either. I better go. Grant needs me.
Hope you're not buying this garbage. At least we know they're here.
Wall themselves in. But to protect them from what?
Maybe they'll be cordial. We sincerely regret any inconvenience or actions we have caused you. Here's your voice back. Here's your body. Have a nice day.
One can hope. So, as you might have noticed, my ping attack was pretty much useless in that fight. You probably could have come up with a much better build than I did, but I kind of just wanted to stick with the one I had because I didn't want to spoil too much about the fight. So, I went in with probably a less than lethal build. Speaking of builds, I'll be back after I've had a little fun.
Bracket Towers Concourse. Never had the pleasure. So, let's see here. Must be the express lift to the very top. Why are they even here?
The Camerata.
When everything changes, nothing changes. That's the Camerata's creed, our mission. We love our city the way it is. We didn't want to see it fade because someone out there didn't like the color of the sky. Everything we did, everything we're doing, is for Cloudbank.
Liar. He's lying. Why wouldn't he be?
Here's a back door for a new speed test.
It's shut off. We'll see about that.
And another OVC terminal.
They've come forward.
To the people of Cloudbank. We did this. We, the Camerata, are responsible for inexcusable crimes committed against this city and her citizens. This is a formal admission of guilt. I solemnly swear everything written here is true. Know that I am responsible for these heinous acts perpetrated against the city of Cloudbank. My accomplices are Sybil Rise, Royce Brackett, and Grant Kendrell. We alone are to blame. Perhaps our worst sin is you will get no justice. For now, we all share the same sentence.
What have they done?
Yeah, sure, what are you trying to do if not this? So, it seems like the Camerata are caught up in all this, and are going to suffer the same fate everyone else. We need to get through that security wall.
Storage archives.
So let's check the sides and see if we can find a way in.
We'll just take a peek. Somewhere in here there's a file on everyone in town. Safe and secure.
Yeah, safe.
Hey boys, been a while.
New gravity vanes. I think that's sort of like a tractor beam, only worse. So let's get behind you. Ping you a few times. And see what happens.
What's gotten into these creeps?
Yep, they're worse now. Alright, get behind you. And then if I do that, hopefully it sets it off. Haha! Exactly as planned. Ah, there's the other one. Actually, let's cancel the movement so I can just teleport directly. And then I'll teleport out.
Till next time.
Almost like I had an idea of what I was doing.
We're getting there.
Cull. Strike nearby target upwards with tremendous force. Upgrade slot effect. Raise the kinetic impact of effects during or effect duration during most functions. And passive slot effect. Harm targets on contact while executing turn. That is a very interesting passive effect, I'll admit. Purge. Spawn a seeking parasite that dismantles a target from within. Upgrade slot. Apply a corruption effect to most functions. Passive. Retaliate automatically when struck. Both of these are really good. This one, however, massive burst damage, I believe. And this one is better for damage over time. So it depends on what you really want to specify as. But I like burst. And a new passive slot or another upgrade slot. I think I'm going to go for a passive slot. User will lose access to 6 memory or more. Functions may be installed. And the process will strike with twice as much power. I don't like limiting my memory. And I usually don't use too many limiters in my playthroughs anyway.
Curves around toward the back.
I want you to see these. They look an awful lot like our save locations, don't they? Only they're red in color and much bigger. That's because this is where they store all the data on everybody. Need much bigger ones. Content's non-recoverable.
Probably all sorts of dirt on the Camerata tucked away around here.
Alright. We should also have... Yep. Disappearance. Timestamp on subject's integration coincides with timestamp of previous authenticated user relinquishing access and control. Although subject's trace data was corrupted during integration, nonetheless such data has its uses, and consequently derived a suitable function. Subject's trace data remains disjointed and cannot be recovered. I think that means he's kind of stuck. So I wanted to also discuss something about the functions real fast. Notice how Crash is red, but it doesn't show a full portrait like everybody else's does. It's yellow and sort of faded out. Actually, now that I think about it, never mind, everybody's is like that. That wasn't the observation I meant to make anyway. The observation I meant to make is that, one, red is in here, and these are all functions within the transistor itself. Subject is in here. Lillian Platt we found. Preston Moyle we found. Neola Shen we found. Ferry Yondale found. Sybil Rice found. Some of these, though, I said found, but actually the thing is, a lot of these were inherent in this transistor, and as we gain levels, we discovered them, like Cull here.
Oh, Mark, that's the Hammer's quarter filter. What they want with him.
Notice how he was already in the transistor. We didn't find him and add the function. That means that the Camerata, who were using the transistor before us, have been adding people to it already, but we don't know why. And the only reason why we're unlocking their features is because we didn't no idea how to use it. And as we get stronger, gain levels, we're actually learning how to use it better and discovering these functions for ourselves and unlocking them. So it looks like I need to make a new build, so I'll be back. All right, let's move on.
Ahead. What if they even want with us?
Alright, new upgraded cheerleader. Self shield. Oh, goody. Now you have to hit them more than once to be able to get rid of that. Huh. Let's drop that there. Yeah, that's gonna have to do. Drop that there. Bounce over here. No. I'm gonna have to go here. And hit you with that.
Cheerleader blocked us.
Nothing worked the way I'd hoped. That's okay. These things happen.
Your turn.
That should blow up damn near everything in the area. Not as well as I'd hoped, granted. No, never mind. Cull, because the shield should be gone by then. Ow. See how much damage these guys can do now that they have the gravity beam? You really have to watch out. But thankfully, Cull is massive damage. One backstab takes out a great deal of enemies.
Who else? Got another message waiting. This isn't what they wanted.
The process. Those things. They don't answer to us anymore. They don't answer to anyone. We thought maybe we could stop them without the transistor. As you can see, that isn't going well. Though I suppose you're not about to just hand it over, are you? After all we've done.
Good question.
You'd still have it if not for me. Why did you attack me? That is the big question, isn't it? They used the transistor on Red. Maybe because they needed it to stop the process? I'm gonna make a quick swap. I'm gonna put Crash on there. I think that works better.
Some kind of break room up there. Guess if you're gonna spend hours poring over files or running half across town, eventually you're gonna need a break. Go ahead, it's open. Pretend I'm not here. Just hurry back. Good? Good.
Everybody needs a break once in a while.
We're on the top level. Oldest archives. Photo op.
Yep, photo op. With an uncertainty generator. Yep, anytime those guys are now around, you're not going to be able to see what's going on unless you're within their circle. And if you're within their circle, you can't see out of it. Fun. Alright. Let's bounce you into the air. Well, you're not shielded.
They're trying to get in your head.
I'm gonna drop that there while I kill this cheerleader. Alright, let's see if we can't take care of some of these guys. And when they overlap, things start to become a little bit hectic, in case you didn't notice.
They deal with those snapshots. Well, let's see what we can find up here.
It feels like that all these processes are starting to specifically try to counter us. Goody, they're adapting. Olmark. Background. Very few are so well cut out for professional athletics as Olmark, who famously corrected reporters any time they addressed him using honorifics. As a rookie playing for the High-Rise Hammers, Olmark was a second-string quarter fielder, until a chance injury put the team's star out of commission, giving Olmark his chance to shine. Any skepticism surrounding his qualifications quickly dissolved as he proceeded to lead the Hammers to a crushing 17-2 season. But the following season proved an even greater surprise. Alright, time to rebuild once more, I think? Unless I have... Yep, I need to rebuild. Be right back. And I'm back.
Found something. Those. Excuse us.
Alright. There we go. So now we get to control you again. Good puppy. Get rid of you. Then switch to me, and I went for a more classic approach. This is very close to our to the build you get in the very beginning of the game, but with some passive changes that make it a little more interesting.
Why not?
You also notice that I have a shield around myself. That is from one of my passives, but when I take damage, it also spawns a copy. So let's actually cancel out of this because I need my partner back. See, this build is all about distractions. Not mine, the enemies. I have lots of things that spawn either when I take damage or just because I want to. And then while that happens, I sneak up behind them, crash and backstab. Now, if only I could get all these cells before they spawn into something worse. Done and done.
That's that.
This build works. I like it. The shield is a very, is a nice luxury to have.
Should be some kind of override.
First, no VC
Like that
terminal. Oh, actually, that's the override. Let's see what this is over here.
The town's past. It's all in the books. Getting wiped out.
There are more ways to remember the past, thankfully. And we unlocked a ton of function files because I did this. One battle is all it takes sometimes. Disappearance. Miss Platt never learned the truth about her vanished friend, although in a brief moment she did learn the truth about the unusual phenomenon. To the Camerata, Miss Platt was more of a meddler than an opportunity, one of a scarce few who held some knowledge of their movements. When the time came, they made sure that they were nowhere near her last known location. According to OVC, Miss Platt has been missing for more than 2 weeks, and the trail has gone cold. Incidents of foul play have occurred less than once a year on average for the last 10 years, but authorities have not ruled it out in this case. And Neola Shine. The Camerata saw in Miss Shine not a valuable moral compass of sorts. Someone predominantly driven by philanthropic goals and seeking no personal gain from her actions. The type of perspective they felt was an important counterbalance in comparison to some of the other individuals they had in mind, whose work was no less significant in the city, but whose intentions were not as plain to see. After her disappearance, those who knew Miss Shine reluctantly came to believe that the channel incident shook her resolve enough to where she would decide to go away for a while to reignite her passions. That's the big connection, in case you haven't noticed, between every single one of these. It's always the Camerata that end these descriptions. Cursed. Olmark gained a reputation for dramatic yet reckless plays. He was very strong, especially for someone of his age and stature, which only led to significant victories, but also to many injuries on the field. Rival fans started calling him the Cursed QF, for he inflicted some sort of injury to opposing team members in almost every match. This spurred controversy as to whether Olmark was acting with intent or without control, and both possibilities were troubling. Moreover, the league sought new safety regulations affecting the pace and spirit of the sport, for which Olmark felt personally responsible. When after one grueling match, a reporter asked what he made of this notoriety, Olmark admitted that he was considering retirement. Soon after, an administrator he met after a high-profile win offered to help make him a comfortable arrangement. And that's that, with all the functions we've got so far.
Knew it. Should be another one just like this, other side of the tower.
Apparently we're being given access to these,
Let's get back to the concourse.
but we still have a security override to handle.
Alright, let's check across the hall.
Which we'll have to take care of next time. I'll find myself a save point,
Beach.
and
Find a way to the roof.
then we'll find a way to the roof, and through the maintenance wing. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next